Okay, students, we are going to perform an experiment to find the force constant of a helical spring by plotting a graph between load and extension. Now, before we perform this experiment, we need to understand what is Hooke's law. According to Hooke's law, the force, restoring force developed in the spring is directly proportional to the extension, and this is in opposite direction. For example, just look at this. We have this spring. Just look at the spring. When we apply a force and make an extension, so what happens? The spring tries to restore the original position, so there is a force in the opposite direction. So this is called the restoring force, that is F. And there is an extension produced because initially this was the length of the hook, the spring. We produce an extension. So this is the extension. For example, from this to this is Y extension. Now the restoring force that has developed in the spring in the opposite direction to the extension is directly proportional to the magnitude of the extension, and that is why it is F is directly proportional to minus Y. So that means deforming the restoring force developed in the spring is directly proportional to the extension produced, and it is in opposite direction because extension, if it is in a direction downward, the force will be in the upward direction, so as to reduce the extension to original level, that was zero extension. So F is directly proportional to minus Y, and F will be equal to minus Ky, where K is called the constant of proportionality and it is called the force constant of the spring. So this particular spring has a particular force constant. Depending on the configuration or the nature of the spring, the material of the spring, the value of K changes. Now the experiment is we have to find out the force constant of the given helical spring by plotting a graph between load and extension. That means we are going to attach loads, different loads to the spring. Because of that, different extension will be produced, and then we'll find out the relation between the load and extension. Because in a spring, whatever load we suspend from the spring will be equal to the restoring force when this comes at rest. When it becomes in equilibrium position, then the deforming force, that is the load applied, will be equal to the restoring force, that is the force that the spring tries to produce so as to bring it to its mean value. So the deforming force as a force constant is equal to deforming force divided by extension. This deforming force is the force, the load applied to the spring, and in equilibrium position, this particular deforming force itself is the restoring force. So it is basically force constant is restoring force per unit extension, but we can measure the deforming force, which is equal to the restoring force. That is why we are writing in deforming force divided by extension. So K is equal to F divided by Y. Now the apparatus that we are going to use, there is a helical spring here, and there is a scale on which we can measure the extension produced in the spring when a load is suspended to the hanger. So this is the hanger in which we are going to place the load. This is a pointer. This will give us the extension produced in the spring, and we can measure the expansion by noting down the position of the pointer on the linear scale, which is a normal scale that we use. So formula used is, according to Hooke's law, restoring force directly proportional to extension. F is directly proportional to L. So F is equal to KL, and we have to find out K, which is the force constant of the spring or just spring constant. Now just look at the apparatus. Initially there is no load suspended, So there is just hanger and the pointer is pointing to the. So initially the pointer is at 0 on the scale, centimeter scale, and spring is in equilibrium position. So and these are the loads that we are going to put in the hanger. So these are 20 gram loads. So let us put one. So you see, when we put on the load, place the load on the extension, there is on the hanger, there is an extension produced in the spring, and now this is acting downwards, restoring force acting upwards, and when this pointer is in equilibrium position, that means this deforming force is equal to restoring force. So we'll use this force, this load and this extension to find the relation between the two, and hence the value of K. So let us note down the reading on the scale where the pointer is pointing. It is 1.6. So I can see it is 1.6 when I place 20 gram load. Okay, the first reading you see on this. So when I load with 20 gram, 20 mass is 20 gram, the load will be 20 multiplied by 980. So that will give us mass into acceleration due to gravity in CGS units. So 980 dyne we are using here. So this will give us dyne. And now loading, when we load this 20 gram, what is the extension produced is 1.6 centimeter. Now we add another slot of 20 gram and we see the extension, it comes to 3.4 centimeter. We put more and we get 5.2 centimeter. We attach more load, we get 7.2. Attach one more, so total load now is 100 gram. So total deforming force and hence restoring force is 100 gram, and it is 9 now, 9.0 centimeter. So at 100 gram load, so we going to do this. So at 100 gram, the extension is 9.0 centimeter. Now we are going to unload this. Now the extension is 7.2. So at 80 gram, extension 7.2. Again now we unload one more slot. So we get extension 5.2 centimeter at 60 gram. Now 40 gram, we again get 3.4. And remove one more load. So at 20 gram, we are getting 1.6. At 0, we are getting 0. So we can write down 0 also. So we are getting 0. While loading the extension is, let us say L1, while unloading the extension corresponding to the loads is L2. Let us find out the mean. So mean 0, 0 will be give us 0. 1.6 add but divided by 2 will get 1.6 centimeter. This also will get 3.4 centimeter, 5.2, 7.2 and 9.0 centimeter. Okay, so now these are the mean values, and let us call this first value say x0, second value x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. Now the extension is given by the value, that is L naught will be equal to x naught minus x naught, and L1 will be equal to x1 minus x naught. L2 is equal to x2 minus x naught, and so on. So the value will here in this case will be 0. In this case it is 1.6 minus 0, that is 1.6 centimeter. So this is 3.4 minus 0, 3.4 centimeter, and so on. So we'll get 5.2 centimeter here, 7.2 centimeter, and 9.0 centimeter. So now we have the values of load and corresponding extensions produced. So we can draw the graph, and graph will use here along x-axis we'll use the force, that is this load, the values of this, and along y-axis we'll use extensions, corresponding extensions, and we'll get a straight line when we draw the graph corresponding to all these values. And we can get the value of k by finding out the slope of this line. That will give us the final answer, that is the force constant or spring constant of the given spring. Okay, so you have to draw this graph, you'll get a straight line, find out the slope of the graph, will give you the extension, and you get the result, that is the force constant of the given spring is equal to k. You'll get the value, and the value you will get in dyne per centimeter. Dyne per centimeter, that will be the unit of the value of k, because we are using here load in dyne and extension in centimeter.